Hey friends, it's Kay here. Now last year we checked out the CarpodGo T3 Pro, an 8.9 fully laminated near retina portable display that promised 60 frames per second wireless CarPlay and a souped up Android Auto experience. Now in the original demo we saw gorgeous visuals, lightning fast CarPlay responsiveness and a few rough edges on Android Auto that later firmware aimed to smooth out. Now saying that, at launch it delivered excellent CarPlay performance while Android Auto worked but showed a few hiccups for some users. Since then CarpodGo has issued firmware updates to address stability and compatibility, and that's exactly what we're testing today. Now I have to confess, since I got the unit over a year ago, I haven't updated the firmware, so if you're like me and you are experiencing a few hiccups, I would definitely recommend updating the firmware following this process, as it is pretty straightforward. Now in this video I'm going to flash the latest update and see what's actually changed and any performance tweaks to 60 frames per second CarPlay. I'll show you the before and after behavior, walk you through the update process and explain what changes you can expect. Thankfully, updating the firmware on the CarpodGo T3 Pro is a straightforward process. Just head on over to their website, click on Downloads, and you'll see a link for T3 Pro firmware updates. Click on it and you'll arrive at the firmware updates page. Now from here you can see that CarpodGo has been busy with their firmware updates, and the latest one available is at the top, which was released on the 30th of October 2025, and that's the one we're going to download, so just click on it, and depending on the speed of your internet it should take no more than 5 minutes. Once you've got it downloaded, you'll need to transfer it to a USB stick, and it's recommended you get a minimum of 32 gigabytes, which I've got here. Also make sure you have the OTG cable that came with the CarpodGo handy, as we will be using this to connect to the CarpodGo. Okay, so you can see that I've downloaded the firmware file to my downloads folder on my MacBook. Now it does come as a zip file and we need to unzip this to get to the files inside. And you can see it's created another folder, and if we look in there we'll see 3 files, and it's these 3 files we need to copy across to our USB stick. So let's attach my USB stick to my MacBook and open it up. Okay, so here's my USB stick and I'm going to copy across the 3 files to it, and this should take a matter of seconds. Okay, once that's done we disconnect our USB stick from the computer. Now before I upgrade my firmware, I'm going to show you what firmware version I'm on at the moment. So as you can see I've powered up and I'm going to go into settings, and from here we're going to click on about, and you can see we're on app version 0.210.202 followed by a list of numbers. Okay, let's crack on and upgrade the firmware. And now we're ready to attach the USB stick to the CarpodGo T3 Pro using the supplied OTG cable. Side note guys, the upgrade procedure is also listed in the manual. Next, go into the CarpodGo's menu, scroll down to About, and you should see a button there with System Update on it. Click on that and you'll see the following screen. Check System Update File Success, start verifying the upgrade failed. Do not power off. So now we just need to wait for it to do its thing. Now in reality this did take a couple of minutes, so I'm going to speed this up for you, and once it's done it'll reboot back into the home screen. And if we go back into the menu and click on About, you can see that we're now on app version 02.29.2025, which means we've been successfully upgraded from the previous firmware version. Okay, let's do a quick test on the CarpodGo. Power up the Bluetooth and we're going to connect to the network on our phone. We can see it here in paired devices. Click on the connect, and if we look at the CarpodGo we can see that our phone is connected almost instantly, so that's a plus already. Okay, let's go ahead and take a quick look around and see how the CarpodGo T3 Pro performs after the upgrade. And as you can see, clicking on navigation went straight in without any pause. And if we click on the Windows icon, we can see we've got some smooth animation, bringing up my podcasts. Clicking on the apps icon is equally as smooth, and scrolling through the apps is also very smooth and silky. And I can also see that it has brought up the background of my phone, which is a pretty cool feature. No issues going into settings, can change all the message settings, startup mode, etc, display, and once you've had enough of that, clicking on the Windows icon will bring you back into the map view. As you can see, I'm clicking on the menu buttons pretty fast and the response time is pretty impressive. And of course, because it's Android Auto, we can use the phone, and this is equally as smooth and impressive. You've got all the usual features, nice smooth scrolling, and it's quick and responsive. And because the screen is so big, you can get a lot of information on that screen. Navigation also seems a bit more buttery and smooth, with quicker responses to the touchscreen, which leads to an overall better experience. So as far as I can see, it's good news. The update actually fixed the Android Auto stutters I saw earlier. Scrolling is smooth, navigation switches without hesitation, and connection times are still fast. CarPlay stayed buttery at 60 frames per second, nothing lost there. If you've been sitting on an older build, I recommend updating right away. Whether you update or hold tight, 2 quick tips. 1. Back up your settings before flashing. 2. Use the official update method from the settings menu or the CarpodGo support page so you don't break anything.